fucking 5:30. Oh, one person online. It took 2 minutes for one person to get online. The hell? The bad time? Bad time, guys? Hey, write something in the chat so I can know this shit's working. 4 people online. Okay, shit going slow as fuck. Oh, I got reception. There we go. Holy shit. What up, what up, what up, what up, gents? Man, you guys are keeping me awake right now. I'm driving back from Los Angeles. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Yeah, I was like fucking not falling asleep, but just dozing. Oh, there we go. Carlio's MP in the house. What's up, Marcus Pollard? What's everybody up to? Fuck, we in here. That's what's up. Can you guys hear me? Am I talking to myself? What up, John Key? I don't know about that copper, man. All right, cool. Yeah, I was in fucking Glendale last night. Glendale, doing a radio talk show. I ain't never done a radio talk show before. It was kind of cool. You put the headphones on, little microphone, your little studio booth, right? What up, Bacala? So heading back right now from LA. I'm by San Clemente, San Onofre, Oceanside almost. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tap in on the live because I'm over here talking to myself and shit. I'm over here talking to myself. And I was like, you know what? Ready to head to Mexico City and Guadalajara. Stay safe, man. Enjoy your trip. Should be fun. Should be cool. 17 people in here. Smash that like button. Yeah, yesterday I was over on Flaco's channel, Convict's Perspective. We went live. All the stuff happening up north, man. Stop at Nomad Donuts in SD. I never had it. Sounds pretty good, though. You know, I was just thinking, there's 18 people. I might as well knock out my morning video right here since we got you guys. So what's it like? What's it like being on the green side, a CO, during this, when the air's crispy, right? When you got different factions assaulting each other viciously. Well, it depends, man. It depends. If you're a brand new CO, you don't know much, right? So you're just like, oh shit, man. I have a feeling I'm not in Starbucks anymore. Your higher ups are telling you one thing. You're hearing other things from the inmates here and there. Some inmates are being straight up about it. Some are dropping little hints. Some are extremely quiet about it. Tight-lipped. Great topic. Yeah. So, like, you know, you got to escort inmates. You can use that opportunity to ask them, like, hey, man, what's going on? They'll probably look at you like, you know, stop fishing for information. Some might say, oh, you know what's going on. Or some might say, oh, it's all bad, right? You just take those little subtle comments, those little subtle hints, and you kind of, okay. And then we talk with our partners about it, like, oh, shit, like, this dude said this dude said that. Like, oh, yeah, it's going to be on and cracking. And then you observe the inmate's demeanor, right, their behavior. They're going to be on point, too. Their eyes are going to be scanning, right? They're going to be more alert than usual. Like, ready, right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. The thing that trips me out, there's 19 people on here, cool. The thing that trips me out is, like, the change, right? The change in the years, the change in the program, the change in the wars. Like, good morning, warriors. Hit that like button. That's what's up. That's what's up, Righteous Monkey. And if you're a sergeant, you know, you gotta, the administration, that's the fucked up thing about it. If you're a CO, you're caught in the middle of a fucking shit sandwich, right? You got the inmates that are about to war, and then you got the administration that's telling you to let them up, or incrementally let them up. And you're the one right there. You're the one opening the door. You're the one unlocking the door. You're the one hands-on escort, so you're like right in the mix. You go around, you do a threat assessment, you start pulling dudes out one by one in a confidential area. There's a list of like 5 questions. Hey, are you aware of any inmate hostilities? Everybody's gonna answer no, no. Are you aware of any staff threats? No. Do you know where there's any contraband, any weapons, any cell phones? No. Right, so everybody's gonna say no. You might have somebody spill the beans, but rarely. Even though they say no, everybody knows damn well that once they're up, released from a little lockdown or whatever, they're gonna go at it, man. And that's the thing about being a CO is that I was thinking as my little drive right in my head. Imagine being a referee in the UFC, right? You got two guys that are fighting. Except on these rules, the referee could get touched. So if you're wanting to become a CO, right? You've been hearing my channel. You've been hearing like, man, you got to connect the dots. On one hand, I'm telling you, they want you to play foosball with these inmates. Norway project. You got the secretary, Jeff McCumber, pumping out Norway project, California model, every email he gets, every chance he gets. But on the other hand, you got murders happening every week. So you're to think, what the hell is going on? Exactly. Right. Exactly. You're gonna be in the middle. You're gonna be a pawn. You're gonna be a soldier. You're gonna be in the lion's den. And not everybody has your best interest. The majority of people don't have your best interest, right? Very few, like myself and others. There's others for sure. MP is one of them that care about the troops, that care about the safety, that care about the security, that have that common sense, that are going to be the cooler heads and say, hey, nah, man, we're going to do it this way, or we're going to do it that way, or it's safer if we do this, right? But that's, we're handling it at the low level. That's at the trench level. What up, KC fan number one? What's up, Richie Lokes? So that's what it's like being a CO in the mix, right? Now, you guys know about the Goon Squad, right? ISU, Investigative Services Unit. They wear the black patches. They're pretty much the detective inside of a prison, for those that you guys don't know. You have IGI, Institutional Gang Investigators. But aside from those, you have people, COs, sergeants, and lieutenants that know everything, that know a lot. They do their research. They read C files. They read ERMs. They read Psalms. Psalms and ERMs are the new thing now. It's not those old school paper thingies. So they know who's a gang member. They know who's a heavy hitter. They know who their soldiers are. They know who their bodyguards. And nobody's telling them to do this. They're doing it so they can be ahead of the curve, right? Ahead of the game. It's kind of like studying your enemy is what that is. That information gets passed around for those that care, right? Some people flat out just don't give a fuck. Like, well, fuck it, man. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. They're gonna fight, right? We cannot stop that. They're gonna fucking fight. I guess the best thing would be to quell it safely and fast. IGI sounds low key, like they just wanted to pass the physical and get hired. IGI sounded low key. Why do you say that? The IGI is Dirty Birds. What up, Gabriella? That's a cool name. 32 people on here, man. It took 2 minutes for people to jump on the live. Now we guys are rolling deep, all these warriors. So, yeah, it's a shitty fucking situation. As you can see how confusing that can be to a inexperienced CO, a CO that doesn't know policy and procedure. I'll be honest with you, for 8 years, I didn't know policy and procedure. I didn't read the Title 15. That wasn't until I became a sergeant where I started reading the policy and procedure. That wasn't until I started realizing that my higher ups did not know policy and procedure, right? The book, DOM, Title 15. So I'm like, wait a minute, man, I gotta know this shit because I'm gonna get got. right? Even the inmates know policy and procedure better than the majority of staff. The legal beagles, just in general, going through the process, 115 hearings, they know the ins and the outs. Um, what up, Victor? Just leaving your hood, man. Or just leaving Glendale, heading back to San Diego. Um, luckily, no traffic. Fuck, I dread traffic. But, you know, one thing that's weird, man, and I was talking to Flaco from a convict's perspective of this, is that the blue side started using the terminology, the term isolated incident. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as an isolated incident in prison. The, the administration on Green side made that term up. Let me tell you how it happened. Back in Centinela, back in the old days, you would have a staff assault, a major staff assault. In this one particular, a big white guy stabbed a CO in like Charlie 2 or Charlie 3. And the administration said, oh, this is an isolated incident. We're going to resume program. We're going to let the inmates out. And we're like, what the hell is an isolated incident, right? And I remember that term back then, and it always irked me all the way up until my end of my career. There's no such thing as an isolated incident. The only thing equivalent to an isolated incident that I could think of, maybe the inmate, Jaime Osuna, that chopped off his cellmate's head in Corcoran. That you would probably consider an isolated incident. One, because that dude was crazy or pretends to be crazy. It's in a cell, and yeah, like that dude has no more gang ties. It's just, that was an isolated incident. But to say that North and South, Crips and South, that's not feasible, right? Also, I want to tell you guys about battles and wars, right? Your boy is kind of a war historian, not by choice. I kind of just, something that's always interested me, and I kind of am good at it now. It is important that these groups do not misconstrue or misconcede winning a battle for winning the war. Right? You can lose lots of battles but still win the war, right? It's a long game. It's not a short game, especially if you're serving a lengthy prison of time. And it's all about power, and it's all about violence. Period. Any sign of weakness can get you got, will get you a victim mentality, which got me thinking. I still talk to like former staff members, COs, sergeants, lieutenants. Like once in a while, will they hit me up? Hey, what's up? What's good? Everything good with you? Yeah, everything cool. Yeah, what's up with you? They say, oh, same old bullshit, man. This, that, the other. I'm like, it's not getting better. But they're like, you know what, man? I realized something. Like being in Green side, we develop a shell, like a callus. Like we pretend to be hard. We pretend to be bigger, badder, but that affects you. That affects your life. And I've run into people that have retired years ago from the prison system, and they look younger, less stressed. And I had noticed that in the past too, probably to include myself. Like when you leave that job, or you probably leave that prison environment, you just feel like 1,000 pounds lifted off your shoulders. Like you're not amongst the snakes anymore. And I'm not talking about the inmates, right? I'm talking about your own people. It's a very cutthroat environment. One more thing. We're talking about Green. What up, Richie Lokes? If it was my job on the line, I would say, don't worry, it's an isolated, wouldn't you? What do you mean by that? That's an easy term for we don't know what happened. Oh, I hear what you're saying. Well, that's a term that they want to resume program, right? They want to push program Sacramento headquarters at all costs, even the cost of lives. But let's talk about Green mentality, right? I just told you guys that you have that hard mentality. You can't be weak. You have to show that fucking front, especially when you're around predators. So let's say, well, I never worked Pelican Bay, but I can only imagine if it was me. And this is the truth. The truth might sting a little, but it's the truth. What if I was a CO in Pelican Bay, right? And I let out a northerner to take a shower, and he's running around the tier, and he's doing this and that. And I tell him to lock it up, and he blows me off, right? I gave him ample time to run around, do what he needed to do, pass whatever the fuck. Then he tries to get crazy with me, right? This is me just being cool, doing my job, letting him get a little bit, and then he wants to get crazy with me. Starts getting an attitude, maybe steps to me. You know what I would say? I'll say, man, how the fuck are you gonna get crazy with me? You wouldn't even go off on the Southsiders. You're probably thinking, what the hell? That's the truth. That's happened before to me. You've had two races at war that did not go off on each other or get the run back, and then they wanted to get talk crazy out the side of their neck. I look at them like, hey, wait a minute, man. I know you ain't gonna come at me like that. You're fucking too afraid to go up against them. You think I'm gonna take it any easier on you, or you think I'm a less than? You got another thing coming, dude. And that's not me trying to sound hard, it's the truth, right? An example would be like if you're getting bullied at school, and instead of you attacking the bully, you go home and you kick the dog, or you fucking, you belittle somebody else. It's like, hey, man, motherfucker, I'm not your problem. You have a problem, and it ain't me. That's how I feel about that. What up, Nina? Just getting off first. Drive safe, get some rest, forget about that place. Hector, why would you bang on the North Sider? It's an example. There's 34 people on here. Let me give you an example. How did you like that live last night? It was good. Let me give you an example. RJD, Donovan, Alpha Yard, the Blacks. The Blacks went off on the Southsiders. They did. On Alpha Yard GP level 3 before Alpha Yard flipped with Bravo Yard. Then the Blacks went off on the Whites. They did, right? They beat their ass. For some weird reason, a couple of Whites remained on the yard, and this is what caught me off guard. Your boys used to the old school like way of war, but how the fuck are a couple of Whites are gonna remain on the yard with Blacks when the Blacks just mopped them up, right? This is the truth. I was a lieutenant on Delta Yard. Yeah, no shit. The Whites coming out to yard. There's probably a handful of them, 5, maybe 8, probably like 80 Blacks, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about numbers, we're talking about war. The Blacks just mopped them up. And for some reason, some of the Whites still just remained on the yard, level 3 GP, which I thought was weird. So as I'm on Delta Yard posted, drinking my coffee, shopping on Amazon, I hear like a 2-on-1 battery on A Yard. Me being nosy, me knowing the lieutenant over there, she was cool. And hearing the radio transmission, it sounded kind of extreme on the radio. So my yard had already been kind of put away. It was kind of yard recall. So what might happen next. So I said, let's roll, fellas. Right, ladies, let's go be nosy. Let's go help out our partners. Let's go see what's going on over there on A Yard. So I get over there. Yeah, it was like a 2-on-1. I think it was Blacks. I can't even remember. But as we're systematically recalling the yard, there was like 3 white dudes, and they walk right by me. One of them looks at me and says, "Don't look so serious." But trying to be funny, trying to be cute, and trying to punk me at the same time. I said, "What'd you say?" Right? I'm not even looking at this motherfucker. I'm not even paying attention to this dude. He's fucking trying to talk crazy to me. I said, "Don't look so serious." I said, "Hey, what race are you?" And he looked at his arm and he's like, "White? Why?" And I just shook my head. Like, embarrassing. How the fuck are you gonna let the Blacks whoop your fucking ass, stay on the yard, not do anything about it, and then try to get crazy with me? Not gonna happen. Absolutely not gonna fucking happen, right? So I told the CO, a new CO, "Hey, what the hell? What's going on here?" "What do you mean, Lieutenant?" I said, you got whites on this yard? He's like, yeah, how many? Oh, probably like 10, 8. And they're walking around and everything's cool? Yeah, everything's cool. Oh no. I said, oh man, what a change. What a change. He's like, what do you mean? I said, I don't get it, man. The fact that they're walking around freely and they just got their ass handed to them is weird to see. And he's like, oh well, they're outnumbered. They don't want to attack. I said, haven't you seen the fucking movie 300? They were outnumbered. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. That's how I see it. That's how Green sees it. There's no way you're gonna cower down from your enemy and try to get crazy with the COs. Think of what right do you have? Am I making sense or am I talking out of my neck? That's how I seen it. Hector, is CCR worth it to join as a career going 2024 as a new CO? Yes. No. Well, fuck. I don't want to tell nobody yes. Let me tell you this. If that's what you decide to do, all right. Let me tell you this. Choose another career path, not in law enforcement. Number one. Choose another career path, not in law enforcement. You're not going to be missing out. You'll be better off. Number two. If that's what you decide to do, you better have a plan B, C, and D before you start. Because you can get in trouble for nothing. You can lose your job for nothing. You can get a lot of your pay taken away, your percentage of your paycheck for nothing. Now, if you're already in the department and you're rolling with the punches, the putazos, and the vergazos, what's up? Shit just dropped the call. Where did I leave off, man? Am I talking shit or what? Stay clear out of prison, period. Facts. Right now is not the time nor the place, man. Your higher ups are gonna stab you in the back. The inmates might possibly stab you in the front. Your partners are gonna just sabotage you. It's just all bad, man. Damn, Hector, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Drive safe, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm almost home, kind of. Run for the coffee, less BS. What's the crack-a-lacking? What up, Adam? Yeah, you guys get it, man. What the fuck is the world coming to? It's gone to hell in a handbasket. Hector, you always keep it real. Please don't like, but the truth hurt. Keep up the good work. I keep relatives who work for law Department of Corrections, so I understand your point of view. Oh yeah, but my point of view, it's also other people's point of view too. Right now, I'm gonna try to think. There's 54 people on here. Smash the like button. I'm gonna try to answer your guys' questions that you guys have asked me in the past, or that people continuously ask me. Some of them have asked, do you still talk to your former CO friends? Or are they mad that you quit on them? Somebody wrote that recently. And I'm like, it's a mixture. And maybe if I was in the same boat, I would probably feel the same way. Like, damn, this dude got out. This dude was able to get out, right? I broke. And that's what I did was rare. But what I did was necessary. I'll tell you what, man, we're coming up on a year of this whole journey, and like, it's been humbling. There's a lot of stuff that has transpired behind the scenes. I haven't really spoken on certain things. Some of them are still in court right now. There's just a lot of unique experiences that I would have never imagined, right? The people who I talk to today, I pretty much eliminated all the negativity out of my life, and I kind of just kick it with the people that like-minded people. I don't have time for anything less like gossip, rumors, BS, drama. Save the drama for your baby mama. What else? I'm trying to think of other questions. Talk about Derek Chauvin getting stabbed in AZ federal prison. Excellent topic. Man, it's kind of one of those things where I didn't know that it would happen till after the fact, right? I really didn't put it two and two together. I didn't think that through. That dude went to prison, right? He went to prison because the whole I can't breathe or the knee on the neck thingy. The dude died. It was George Floyd. But you kind of, in a way, you kind of maybe think they would have put him in protective custody. From what I heard on the radio show yesterday, the talk show hostess, she said that they put that dude in general population. I don't know where she got her information from. Maybe she has ties with federal law enforcement or federal prison guards. She said that fool got put in general population. Now, me personally, I'm not a bitch, but I would go PC. Yeah, in a heartbeat, right? Like, come on, you're a former cop. The world hates you from the television set, right? The narrative, what they saw. You're a fucking walking target, man. You're a trophy is what you are. And then they said they performed life-saving measures on him. Okay, the term life-saving measures, to me, that doesn't sound like your basic first aid where they put a Band-Aid and some Neosporin on a cut, right? Some Bactine. Fucking sounds like they got the guy pretty good, right? I don't mean to be laughing at his misfortune. What the hell? Imagine that, man. The guy has the worst luck. The guy has the worst luck. Oh, shit. You go to fucking federal prison thinking the CO's gonna have your back, next thing you're getting stabbed the fuck up, right? Oh, fuck. With a rusty ass shank, too. I always think about those shanks have to be rusty, man. What up, JT? Tucson. Did they flip it? I don't know anything about Tucson. You know, come to gather, I never knew jack shit about the federal prison system, but it sounds pretty fucking violent also. Right? I knew that the California prison system was the most violent in the United States. It's up there. But the feds, they be getting down too, man. They don't fucking play. Excuse me. A convict's perspective. What up, Flaco? Just talking about our live. Yeah, I don't even know what type of penitentiary Tucson is. I don't even know how a layout of a federal prison looks like on the inside, how the housing units look. Do they have dorms? Those COs kind of always look like they don't have like a protective stab vest. They don't look like they have all the bells and whistles like CDCR. They got the fucking smoke grenades, CS grenades, MK9, MK46, 40 millimeter, baton, Mini 14. What up, Bernie Mac? That live panel was good last night. A lot of respect shown across the panel. Definitely, and I noticed that, man. I noticed it when it was happening. What up, Salt Lake City? And that's what I wanted to ask those OGs on the live yesterday. I wanted to say, have you guys noticed the difference between the respect on a level 4 yard, on a California GP level 4 yard, versus civilians out here in society? It's night and day, man. It's like the Wild Wild West out here. People don't be respecting shit. I swear, man, I'll be at Starbucks. People get too close to me. People try to step real close to me, man, and I just give them this look. And they say, oh, sorry, right? They get scared, but I'm like, hey, give me some space. Or if one of my biggest pet peeves, if I'm talking to somebody and somebody steps in between without saying, excuse me. And I don't ever try to do that unless the only pathway is through them. I say, excuse me, and then I kind of get through there. That's one of my big pet peeves. But respect goes a long way, man, for sure. A lot of these youngsters don't have it, don't know it. Probably will never know it. Hey, bro, can I get an interview? Hey, yeah, what up, new age plug? Shoot me an email. I was meant to write you back. I'm driving back from LA. Email, tormenttactical@gmail.com. Torment, Torment, tactical, TICAL, tactical@gmail.com. Shoot me an email and we'll knock it out. Yeah, Tucson is a PC federal prison, all high profile housed there. Even if it was PC, Derek Chauvin, you're going to have somebody in there that made up his mind that, hey man, if this dude ever touches down here, I'm going to get him. They got him. Maybe that's a misconception for people that's never been to prison or don't know. You can't prevent shit. You can't prevent anything. It's mostly like a cleanup after the fact. You can try to mitigate risk. You can try to mitigate the magnitude of an incident, right? But that's where common sense, street smarts, and experience comes into play. But hey, if something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. For instance, as a sergeant and as a lieutenant, we would always get kites in. The LVNs or the RNs would always come over from next door from the clinic, come into my office and put a medical slip, and on the back would be a kite. It would say the blacks are planning to stab COs. Inmates in two fivers in cell. Who's this right here? Sergio, what up, man? Thank you for that. Congrats on winning that Xbox, G. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it touched down yesterday. You told me. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a war zone right now. Hey, you missed the first half. There's 71 people on here. Hell yeah. We just got a blessing from Sergio. Smashed it. I wonder why they put them in an FCI instead of a USP. Well, what's the difference, dude? Because I don't know the difference. Let me know what your take is on that. Why they would do that, and if that's an accident or a mistake. Like, I don't know the difference between those two. Were they trying to set them up? And it's not like the COs are gonna put an extra set of eyes on Derek Chauvin. Like the dude now has just became a regular inmate, right? Nobody special. He may have been Derek Chauvin on the fucking streets, but he's now federal inmate number 12345, right? So they're not gonna pay the dude any more mind than the next guy. And next thing you know, motherfucker getting stabbed up. Like, what's his name? Jeffrey Dahmer. Remember that guy? Ooh, they worked that fool. That was back in the day. Now that dude made a name for himself. Not Jeffrey Dahmer, but the one that killed him. Medium. Feds. Medium or lower level seem to sneak the PC inmates in here and there. Now let me ask you this, kind of a dumb question, but I don't know. Do they separate protective custody inmates from general population inmates in the feds? The reason I ask is I've kind of heard some stories that they're like mixed, or they've gotten through the cracks or some weird shit. I don't know. Never been there. Never really wanted to be there. USP level 4, FCI level 3. Okay. I'd be liking that level 4 program, man. According to prison rules, he killed a black, so facts. Facts. Yeah, but in prison, in state prison, there's lots of 90% of the people are in there for killing the rival gang member that's of the opposite race or a different race. I think it's because he was a high notoriety fucking target. Just somebody wanted that dude. Just cause. A year ago at the same prison, a prisoner tried to shoot a visitor with a handgun at a visit. How the hell does that happen? How did that happen? You gotta admit, that dude has some bad luck, huh? Derek Chauvin. Dude, the dude has been taking L's continuously for a while now, right? just that's why that it's not. I don't know, man. AZ is open carry state. Prisoners are not full of geniuses. Well, I have no idea. Um, you guys see that one civilian in Los Angeles that used his own concealed carry to protect himself and his family, and then the Los Angeles County took away his right to carry? That guy, that guy's making his way around the news right now too, like Fox News, um, getting his story out there. Like, hey man, I tried to get robbed. Not tried to get robbed. I got damn near mugged at my front door. I fucking defend myself. They took away my concealed carry privilege. What the hell? You know, feds do not separate former law enforcement from general population. How? Then let me ask you this: do any former law enforcement officers actually survive in GP? In GP? Do they ever get any breaks? Do they ever look past it? Do they keep their past a fucking secret? I would just imagine just the tension, just the conflict of interest, the hey, you pig, you copper. That's the resentment. I've been using the word resentment a lot. It's a good word, but it's not good to have. Resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. Doesn't make sense. Hit that like button. Um, I hope it wasn't hooped in. Oof. But you know, there's a lot of misconception about that incident up north, between the north and the south. Some people are like, don't talk about it, that stay out of the politics, don't bring it up. It's an isolated incident. Number one, isolated incidents are an administration word. Don't use it. Number two, there's no way they can just sit back and let that happen. And again, man, I don't ever want you to think that I encourage violence or that's not the case. It's like, how do you think Saddam Hussein became a dictator? I'm sure it was I'm sure he just didn't start executing his fucking soccer team for losing right off the bat. I'm sure he worked his way up to that spot. Like Hitler, I'm sure he didn't just start, doing what he did. He worked his way up. So in my opinion, humble opinion, this is the making of something bad, right? So if it doesn't get stopped now or slowed down or addressed, that is going to grow into a cancer. Hector, there you go, saying shit you shouldn't be saying. What the fuck? This is my thoughts in my head. keep your thoughts in your own head, puto. Hey, what up? What up, Roy? Oh, I know you have mentioned your book, but on the other lives, wanted to ask you what your book is about. Okay, the book is called Operation Yard Recall by Hector Bravo. It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble's website. Um, so in that book, it's going to give you an insight into the California Department of Corrections. Right? If you ever wanted to know how it gets down, if you're a new officer, you want to learn some tips and tricks. And when I say tips and tricks, I mean life lessons on how to survive. It also in there has documentation of the corruption that we endured at Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility and has gotten swept under the rug, which forced me to leave the department and speak out on like I do. And another thing, man, people have been getting at me too, and it's kind of weird because they've been following me and talking to me for a while, but they're kind of just like, Hector, let it go. Like, you don't work there no more. But you don't understand. I'm passionate about this, right? Maybe you can hear the passion in my voice. I'm passionate about getting the truth out. I'm passionate in holding the people that are responsible for the corruption accountable. I'm passionate about spreading the good word. I'm passionate about giving hope to those that need hope the most. Well, Hector, give us an example. Well, let me see. If you're a fucking lifer in prison and you have the option to put a weapon up your ass and go out to yard and stab your opponent, or walk up to the sergeant and say, hey man, I can't be here anymore. I gotta go. I'm trying to go home. Your chances of going home are fucking high, man. Another thing I want to talk about, because I'm almost home. Ego, fear. You know that your boy was a soldier in the army? Yeah, Hector, we know. You know I damn near died because I was so stubborn and refused to ask for help? Refused to ask for help. Because I viewed that as a sign of weakness. Because I'm Mexican, machismo, because I was a soldier. You don't do that. That's weak. No, that was a facade. That was fucking a lie. At one point, it was a necessary evil to survive. But asking for help and surrendering to win saved my life. That's how I'm able to do this. That's how I'm able to talk to you guys. That's the truth. Emotions. Yeah, I'll be damned if I would have showed a fucking emotion in the past, my past life. No way, no hell. I didn't even have emotions. It was just rage to survive. I'm very grateful to say I experienced every emotion. Happiness, sadness, fear, gratitude, excitement, joy. Because to me that's normal, right? Ain't nobody want to be a fucking stone cold, one way having sociopath. I didn't like that way of living. You guys wonder why I don't drink. 13 years of sobriety. When I used to drink, I used to turn into a whole nother motherfucking beast, man. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That ain't me no more. One more cool thing. My daughter's 5 years old. I always wondered, how am I going to tell her about my past military life? I'm not going to tell her nothing. She doesn't need to know. I'm never going to tell her. How am I going to tell her that her dad's an alcoholic by definition? But you know, everything has been happening as it goes, right? I'm not forcing anything upon her. She'll ask questions, and I give her a little bit, right? I give her a little bit of an answer. Just enough for her, her little brain to be like, okay, this is why daddy wilds out, right? This is why daddy doesn't look to be all there at times. But it's great, man. Being a father is the best thing that ever happened to me. You know, and God blessed me with 3 girls. Because that's what I needed, man. Your boy needed to pump the brakes so hard, put the e-brake on, put this 18-wheeler in park while going 100 miles per hour. You're doing too much, Hector. Damn, G. Damn, Big G. Thank you for that, Big G. Boy was about to crash head on into a fucking wall. Again. Oh, man. Yeah, I go to AA. I mean, yeah, they say, you know, anonymity, but as long as I don't disclose my home group and this, that, and the other, I do follow the program of AA. Yeah, thought I'd let you guys know that. It's kept me sober 13 years. One day at a time. The YouTube streets, what's up, man? Larry, run for governor, LT. I don't like politics, man. You guys know I don't like politics, and here's why. Do you know the mayor of New York? I think he's the mayor of New York. You know, they opened up some type of federal investigation on him recently because he spoke out about the migrants getting flown to New York. Your boy, I'm telling you right now, man, your boy is not trying to get some type of federal investigation opened up on me. I don't want every little rock and stone overturned on me because the higher ups, because the government is corrupt. That's not, I'm not trying to go down that route, right? It's not, no way, man. And even if I was governor, this is what I would tell you guys. California governor. I'll say, look, man, I'm not gonna be able to get everything right. Trust me. There's gonna be some fucking mistakes, but you better believe I'm gonna try my damn best. I don't want to hear it. The more you're complaining to me, the more I can't focus and do what I gotta do, right? Yeah, you can air your concerns, but your boy needs to get to work, man. I gotta undo fucking 39 years of this shit that has been created here. I say 39 because since I've been born, this place, this place has only gotten drastically worse. Oh man, I met an MS-13 member in Tehachapi Shoe. I met a couple. I saw a couple MS-13 members in Centinela, Charlie Art. Those tattoos are crazy, man. They're very distinctable. They're very. You got the freaking devil's pitch horns. You got the MS, Mara Salvatrucha across their chest. Fucking like they got some satanic looking fucking tattoos is what they got. Them in 18th Street. 18th Street is probably the deepest that I've ever seen. It's a good thing right there. Better than sorry ass Newsom. Gabriella, that's not saying much, man. Anybody right now is better than that guy. That guy is completely evil. Don't be fooled. One more thing. There's 68 people. I'm almost to the pad. Don't be fooled. There's some evil stuff going on around here, man. And I don't mean to be like religious or spiritual. It, it's almost like that city in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah. I got it all wrong. Gomorrah, Sodom and Gomorrah, gonorrhea. It's like we are living in some wicked times right now, man. Which is another reason why I chose to leave my job at the time that I did, right? All the stars aligned and told me to get the hell out. Right now, I think my daughter needs me more than ever in this fucked up world, right? And I'm not strict on her at all. She's a really good, brilliant, smart kid, caring, kind, gentle. She be putting me in check. I didn't tell you guys this, but she wrote on a note, on a little kite, "Wash the dishes, Daddy, I love you." Oh my God. Of course I wash the dishes. You know my wife's all loving and eating that shit up that my little 5-year-old bosses me around left and right. I get bossed around. What do you want me to tell you? And I washed the dishes. I truly did. I truly did. And if my shoes are where they're not supposed to be, my daughter will go over there and point to my shoes like this and say, "Pick up your shoes, Dad." The fuck? Oh man. She's on me, right? Maybe a guy like me needs that, right? Maybe a guy like me needs to be told what to do. Maybe a guy like me needs to be guided by the innocent. I look at my daughter and I see innocence, man. Pure innocence. I'm almost jealous of it because that's a good place to be, man, before the blinds open up and you see things for what they are. Gonorrhea. I remember telling the homies here you're a cop so they wouldn't think it's another prison channel. Oh, that's cool. Hector, how do you feel about snitches who rat out their homies just because they don't have it their way? Oh, I think that's all bad, but believe it or not, that happens in the green side. That happens in green side all the fucking time. It's disgusting. Oh, I got a package at the front door. Gee, what the hell did I order? Um, the hell? Let's see. Don't worry about what I just reached for in the back seat, man. You ain't gonna catch me fucking slipping, I'll tell you that much. It's fucking crazy over there. Motherfuckers. Oh, man. What's up? What's good? What's hood? What's cracking? Woo! 67 people. You guys bared with me. You guys kept me alive on the road. Gracias. Let's see what we got here. I'm on my phone too. I don't know if you guys noticed. Yeah, we noticed, Hector. Agreed. The world right now is crazy, out of control. The law here in Cali is lenient, easy on crime. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Pay attention. Almost home. Have a good day. Con cuidado. Gracias. Good looking out. Done my last term in Centinela. I believe I saw you before. Well, I left that place in 2014. I was a CO. Ooh. Damn. I hate driving. When we are born with a heart of gold. But as we get old, the heart turns cold. That's like a fucking poem right there. I was in the active level 3 yard. You're probably talking about Bravo yard. Because that fucking yard was active as fuck. But to us, it was normal. You know, our little girls can tell us to do whatever and we'll do it without question. Facts. Let me find that note so you guys don't believe me. You guys think I'm a liar, huh? You guys think I'm a liar, man. Look it. My daughter says, I love you, Daddy. Dad, do the dishes. Do the dishes right now today. Holy shit, she drew a fucking sink. I didn't even know that. She drew a sink with that little thing. Look at that, with blue water. Look at my little daughter. She's 5 years old. Told me to do the dishes, and I did the dishes, man. This was a week ago. Chanate time. I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. I told you. You guys think I'm lying. I love you, Daddy. Dad, do the dishes right now, today. Or else. The hell? My baby daughter is a trip, too. That's a... Man. How can I tell her no, you know? Like... What's good with you guys, man? You guys catch that live over there on Convicts Perspective? Are child abusers and child molesters looked at in the same light? No. No, because you have some active gang members that are child abusers. You have some active gang members that are in there for corporal injury to spouse. Yup, facts, Gabriela. Eso chanate time. Nah, Drew Kell, I gotta catch some Z's, man. 6:30. Did you watch Benavides fight? I have not. Which fight did I watch last? You know, ever since they pumped up those UFC fights to like $100, honestly have not been forking over $100. There's no way I'm gonna pay $100. I remember when that shit was $50. Did you ever see Gabriel Fernandez killer in Donovan? Yeah. He kept getting his ass kicked in Donovan. He kept getting his ass kicked on Delta Yard, SNY level 3. They transferred him out. Yeah, he was getting fucked up. Stabbed, I think. Nothing major, but serious. Yeah, he was getting fucked up. The dude couldn't go without getting fucked up. They were fucking him up, for sure. My Thanksgiving was good, bros. I was in solitude, enjoying solitude. Was he scared? I think so. I mean, if you're getting your ass kicked every day, probably gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. Be tasting his state boot. Tasting a jack flap. What's the that's different. That dude killed and torched that kid. Yeah. Lieutenant, cherish every moment with your little girl because I'd give anything to get my girl back. She died 7 years ago when she was 3, and I'd give anything to have her back. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, brother. Man, that hit hard right there. And I definitely will. Man. But you know, Gabriel Fernandez's wife, or the baby mama of the kid, she kept getting fucked up at whatever women's prison she kept going to. I'm talking about sliced with a tuna can lid, hot boiling water thrown on her. Yeah, it's not going to end well for those two just anywhere they go. Because I did see that documentary and I wish I didn't see that documentary. It fucking left like blood boiling. Yeah, it wasn't even his kid. And that's the thing. You had the actual father in the court, the restraint that that dude shown. I don't understand that shit. I would have lost my motherfucking mind. I don't know. I don't even like thinking about it. Like a beat up stray dog. Nobody. You can't beat up a stray dog, man. They run from you. I've tried. What do you mean you tried? They always run. You're like, come here. Come here, boy. They fucking motherfucker knows I'm gonna kick that motherfucker. Right? Okay. Bedtime for me now. Have a good night. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday, Hector, and everyone in the chat. For sure, Gabriella, have a good night. Savage Studios spoke on that, man. You know, I never watched Savage Studios. I know who he is, but I never watched any of his videos. Hector will be remembered as a pioneer for other prison officers in the prison genre. I would hope so, man. I'm probably gonna be remembered for a lot of things, but yeah, I would hope so. Nothing bad, I would hope. Good morning, Lieutenant Bravo. I enjoyed the podcast with Flacco. Keep up the good work, Warrior. It was a good podcast. He had hit me up, you know, and I've been wanting to hit up Flacco for a minute now. But I know he was doing his thing wherever he was at. And then he hit me up, and I know that the dude has inside like experience with the Northerners, the program, um, and the length and the time frame. Right? Time frames have changed, man. We're not in Kansas anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore. The guy's father is a homie. That's what I'm saying. He kind of looked like one. Is juvenile detention easier than prison for a CO? Absolutely fucking not. You try dealing with some juvenile delinquents that are out of control, impulsive, and not mentally mature enough. It's fucking dangerous. Hell no. And you can be 25 years old and be in a juvenile detention center. I'm not going to get my ass kicked by a 25-year-old big kid. Hell no. I don't even like getting my ass kicked by grown men with this right here. Bird, what up, man? Thank you for that, Lieutenant HB. Have a good Sunday with the fam bams and everyone in the chat. Blessings sent your way. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the positive vibes. Do I watch Gunners Collective? I do. I watch the episodes here and there, depending on what it is, man. Um, the only episodes I watch on any other various channels are usually when it has to do with prison gangs. Right. When I was still in the department, I used to listen to stories written by a current prisoner. You learn a lot. You connect the dots. Um, what up? What up? It's Wes Watson's birthday, guys. Is it? The homie is 40 years old today. Wes Watson's 40 years old. He's my age. Victor, I'm glad you caught that, man. I was hoping you were still on here. Did you hear me when I said that I try to call the stray dogs in so I can kick them? Right there with a piece of Bologna. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. I had a bad day at work, boy. Motherfucker. Come here, motherfucker. Oh, man. Hey, you know at Donovan, RJD, it's kind of out in Otay Mesa. There's so many coyotes out there, right? There's so many coyotes. There's coyotes here in my neighborhood, too. But
You know the vehicle sally port. The vehicle sally port where you drive the bus to drop off prisoners, inmates, and then you drive the bus to drop them out, to transport inmates to the hospital. You know, you drive the vehicle in and out of prison. Well, I was like a lieutenant driving around in a golf cart, because that's what I did from time to time, visit my friends and drive around in a golf cart. And I'll be damned if there was not a coyote, fucking huge, huge, the size of like a Saint Bernard, right? And I'm like, what the hell is that? And the CO that worked the Sally Port, like, oh, that's my pet. I feed him. Motherfucker was bringing them like bacon, sausages, egg double McMuffins. The dude had been feeding the coyote for fucking years. It's a big ass coyote. He'd come right up to him and just feed him all kinds of fucking oh shit. Oh, you're wild, bro. This shit's out of control. Why were they coming at Gunner so hard a few months back? He even changed the name to his channel over it. Look, I don't get involved in anything I don't want to get involved in, right? That's drama to me. I just don't. I mind my P's and Q's. I push forward, right? I don't look to the left. I don't look to the right. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Um, you know. Damn, Patrick, you put that shit out there, man. Patrick didn't hold back. What's up? What's up, Richie Lokes? I built that big ass Amazon in the front. We did all the concrete. Yeah, there's two big ass Amazons. I always told myself, man, if I ever got fired from my job, I was gonna go apply at the Amazon. It's huge. I'm laughing my ass off into the pillow. Victor, that joke, man, that joke got me through my last fucking 4 or 5 years of my job, man. Fucking kick the dog. Oh, you should see all the new staff members too, man, because they didn't know my style. They didn't know my personality. They see a lieutenant. I was fucking talking about like, it'd be a fucked up day. Fucked up. A fucked up RJD day, Donovan day. You know, there's a difference between a fucked up day and then a fucked up Donovan day, right? Imagine if you have a fucked up day, put gasoline on it, right? Rub shit all over yourself, kick yourself in the ass. That's a fucked up Donovan day. I'll be like, you know what, man? I'm gonna kick my fucking dog when I go home today. They're fucking loud. They look at me like, oh fuck, motherfucker, is this dude serious? I don't know. Yeah, OG smoker. But without the P. OG smoker, yes, but without the P. The name. You know what I mean? Because when I read the name, I'm like, it sounds familiar, but that's not it. It's without the P. Hey Hector, did you hear about the cop who killed Floyd getting stabbed? I did. I talked about it in the first. Fuck, I've been on the motherfucker 65 minutes since I was in San Clemente. Um, you know who's from San Clemente? Big Boy, because he has it fucking blasted all over his body. That guy was at Centinela. What up, Ceci? Buenos dias. Did you join the Department of Corrections in 2000s? Oh, believe it or not, I joined the California Department of Corrections 17 years ago. On November 27, 2006 is when I landed at the academy. Today is November 26, 2023. So when I got to the academy, there was rows of chairs. You had the sergeants there with their drill sergeant's hat, acting like they were all hard, trying to be tough. I just got out of the military. I wasn't impressed. And then I hear a female voice from behind me. Hector says my last name. caught me off guard, right? So I turn around. I'm like, holy shit, hey, what's up? It was this chick. This chick that I grew up with in elementary school all the way up. Hadn't seen her in years. Hey, what's up? How you been? Oh, I thought that was you. She ends up going to Calipat. She ends up falling in love with an inmate. Loses her job. Ends up coming up on the visitors list because I looked up her name. She's a visitor. Oh, yeah. All bad. All bad. What's happening with the big homie? What big homie? You ever ran into any NF members in prison? Nope. I never even ran into any norteños. Not a regular norteño. Nope. Now there would be one or two in ADSEG passing through. That was it. I never said nothing to them. They never said nothing to me. They weren't talking shit to the Southsiders. The Southsiders were not talking shit to them. They were just minding their own business, passing through. What up, J.I.? We're building more buildings right there on Otay Mesa starting January. I might go apply for a job right there, man. That shit's all local. They're fucking expanding. It's getting crazy over here. I believe you're one of the New Mexican COs in that Calipatria documentary, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not me. Do you know that two of those young officers have passed away? Rest in peace on that Calipatria documentary. No disrespect, but that's the truth, man. It's crazy. This world is small. This world is fast. It's fucking crazy. These three guys fit your description. Chale falling for a sureño. She did. Oh, man. You got to ask me these questions. Lieutenant, did you ever tell a convict, good job if they took care of a chomo? All right. Well, you guys got to be careful because I may or not be being sued right now. But it's all allegations. Look, I was extremely professional, right? Extremely professional. Always have been, always will be. I would never purposely set one up. That goes without saying. I would never leak paperwork. But if that happened, I would just look at the guy, right? They would know. They would know. Doing the Lord's work. Oh, I don't want to elaborate on that LGZYT out of respect, you know? Oh, okay, Demon Concord. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Besides the money, is there any reason someone should join the CDCR? No. Being honest with you. People say because of health benefits. I used to say because of the health benefits. You go get a fucking job anywhere and get health benefits. People say because of the retirement plan. Well, the new retirement plan is fucking horrible. 2.7 at 57. How the fuck are you going to do 30, 40 years as a CO when right now they're trying to get you to play foosball with motherfuckers that are trying to kill you? What up, Supreme? Supreme Burrito. No disrespect. That's what came to mind. 2.5 at 57. Still, I ain't going to 57. I couldn't even make it to 50. How long does an inmate have to show paperwork to the inmate? Right away. If they're on a GP, they just walk it over. If they're in an ADSEG, they fish it over with a fishing line. Do inmates ever hold grudges against officers? Yeah, absolutely. Me being a sergeant, me being a lieutenant, they would talk to me. ALT, that guy, man, that guy has a problem. That guy gets out his foul. That guy's out of control. That guy, you got to do something with that guy. You got to talk to that guy. You know, they hold grudges. Hey, there's going to be some problems, right? And then I'm hearing them. I'm hearing them, and then I'm putting together the pieces, right? And I notice, like, fuck, there's a pattern, the fucking pattern here, right? Maybe there's some complaints already filed. So it's also my job to quell that, to resolve that. It's resolution as a supervisor, right? But you got to be cautious about how you approach it. Some motherfuckers can file hostile work environment on you. What if I approach a CO and I say, hey, man, these inmates are telling me that you're out of control? Motherfucker's going to look at me sideways and say, you know what, you're harassing me. I'm going to file on you, which happens all the time. But I would never say, hey, these inmates are telling me you're out of control. I will you twist my words around like, hey, man, everything good? You cool over here? How's the building running? Yeah? Any problems? Okay. What's up with this dude? All right. What's up with that guy? Okay. Hey, they're kind of, there's a lot of complaints coming your way, man. That's because I'm doing my job, Lieutenant. That's because I'm doing my job. Nobody wants me to do my job around here. You see, they're a disgruntled person. You're like, oh, fuck, man. Motherfuckers. What up? What up, Grow Vibes, man? I'm winding it down. I'm winding it down. Good. Did you do cell extractions? Yeah. Lieutenant Gomimi's, yeah. Do you ever? I did do cell extractions, but yeah, I'm gonna call it a day, man. You guys have a good Sunday. This is my morning video for today. Thank you guys for keeping me awake, for the blessings, for the comments, the likes, and the shares. Keep pushing forward.